welcome to Second Edition. I'm Justine Woja.
And I'm Steve Kashmar.
And this week is all about Movember, so Steve and I will be growing out our mustaches.
Movember is more than just growing your mustache. It's about raising awareness for prostate cancer.
That's right. We will see you guys later. For now, here's news with Christine Vu and Kyle Polanski.
Good evening and welcome to Second Edition News. It's been a week since Bill C-19 was introduced.
And the Long Gun Registry is taking another step closer to the door. The federal government states that the Long Gun Registry is costly and inefficient. NAIT student and gun owner Mark Donner agrees.
Criminals or anyone who wants to commit a crime with a gun obviously isn't going to go through the process to register their weapon before they commit a crime. So if the purpose of the gun registry is to cut down on crimes, criminals aren't going to register the guns.
Although most long gun owners are happy with scrapping the registry, Ryan Arndt is among those who wish to keep it.
I think they should have kept the registry because it's an important tool for the police.
Bill C-19 has passed the second reading. If the bill is passed completely, people will still require a valid license to possess and purchase a gun.
Junior and senior high students from across the province made their way to NAIT this week to compete in the annual Cardboard Boat Race Challenge.
1, 2, 3, go!
The event is put on each year by Skills Canada and sees roughly 50 schools compete in multiple challenges.
We're here in the pool right now doing our speed challenge, which then qualifies the competitors for the weight challenge. The competition runs basically all day. The students have been training for the last probably about 2 months for this big day.
Armed with cardboard, duct tape, and a few other tools, teams of 4 use their skill and ingenuity to transform these materials into a vessel for the water. The event is one of many put on by Skills Canada meant to implement readiness that will help Canada compete in a rapidly changing market.
A national survey reveals more than half of Canadians over the age of 12 didn't get their flu shot last year. The Canadian Community Health Survey also showed that adults aged 20 to 44 were the least likely to get vaccinated. With a virtually unlimited amount of information on the web, students like Jane Kovacic are getting a second opinion.
I don't get them because I've done a lot of online research and I've found that they do a lot more harm than they do good.
NAIT's Health and Safety Services head nurse Linda Shaw believes that common myths are to blame for the recent decline.
There's a lot of things that people think, like they think they get the flu from the flu virus, from the flu vaccine. And that's not true because the flu vaccine is not actually, it doesn't contain the live virus. So that's a big myth out there.
Among the 59% of Canadians who didn't get flu shots, the most common reason was, "I didn't get around to it."
An Edmonton-based custom car shop is off to Vegas to compete in the world's largest modified car show this weekend. Cool Rides by Design hopes that the show proves that Canadian-based car designers can be among the elite in the world as the company looks to better their third-place finish from last year.
All we're trying to do is just be recognized as a Canadian elite builder, and we're just trying to make our way, pushing through the hard grindstone of being recognized. It takes forever. So
the SEMA Auto Show has over 100,000 attendees from over 100 countries each year. The design shop is sending a 56 Belair they have been working on for over a year now, hoping it lives up to their company name as One Cool Ride.
A simple misunderstanding seems to be the cause for confusion over funding for the new Royal Alberta Museum. Under the impression that the LRT expansion was Edmonton's priority, it seemed that the federal government pulled $92 million from the new museum. After clarification from Mayor Mandel, funding has been put back in place. Edmontonians such as Evelyn Golby are happy that the new museum is underway.
It would be good to have some of the exhibits change or improve or add new things and make it more interesting and update it. It would be really important so that it can be relative to new generations.
The recent news of the downtown arena being passed has some praising the potential effects it may have on local downtown businesses. Groups such as Revitalize Downtown believe that the project's recent passing will give the downtown core a good opportunity to start over, possibly benefiting many of the businesses in the area.
My hope is that downtown becomes more marketable, and in that sense my hope is that if we do get a better downtown, hopefully some other headquarters will come to Edmonton.
The Arena District plans to incorporate retail shopping space as well as housing, a new casino, and a winter garden. Some believe that together with some of the redevelopment already underway, the district will help revitalize the downtown core and make it a great place to live, work, and play. So the arena is a go, and so is sports. Fred, what do you got for us tonight?
Thanks, Kyle. We got a lot of Nate Ooks action. Both the men's basketball and soccer teams had big games on the weekend. Then we'll go pro with a little bit of Eskimos, a little bit of Oilers. Then we'll go over to Europe for some Champions League soccer. First, we're going to take a look at men's Ooks basketball and soccer. Both teams had big games on the weekend, with both teams coming up victorious. We picked this game up at the half. A very fast-paced, high-scoring game for both teams. Getting into the paint was easy early on. A lot of points down low, a lot of easy lay-ins. Some worked harder for, like this one here off the glass, cutting through the lane. Jordan Ryder, later named player of the game, downs a triple for Nate, going into the third quarter break. Rayner continues his dominance of the game with another easy drive and one. Keanu replies with a 3-ball. Very close game, only down to a point in the fourth. Free throws were very crucial in this game, deciding the outcome, as both teams made the most from the line. Little hustle offense here with the putback. Just under 10 seconds left. Free throw to go up 2, leaving Keanu with one chance to tie the game at the buzzer. He pulls up, and it rims out. Nate wins.
I'm ecstatic right now. You know, we're ahead of where we thought we'd be at this point.
On to soccer now, the ACAC Championship. We pick up the game with Nate down 1 until this blast from Kyle Sabin hits off the crossbar and in from a good 30 yards out to tie the game at 1. We move on to overtime now, the start of the extra period. Kyle Sabian fools the goalie with what appeared to be a cross, but beats the goalie and trickles in for the 2-1 lead. Joseph Consteros is then set on a breakaway in the second half of extra time, one-on-one with the keeper, fake shot, circles, and puts the ball into the empty net. The whistle goes, and the Nate men's Ooks are the ACAC champions.
Yeah, you know what? These boys work so hard all year. We do extra fitness training sessions with the professional trainer. I have them every day of the week. I mean, it's a long year, and it's nice to see it pay off for the players. Because I know how much they've dedicated. They've given up a lot of their lives for this program, so it's nice to see them rewarded.
The professionals are getting it done this week. A little bit of Oilers news and a little bit of news with the Eskimos going into the playoffs. On to a little NHL hockey now. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, a sensational rookie for the Edmonton Oilers, has been named the NHL's Rookie of the Month for the month of October. RNH leads the Oilers in points with 11 points through 11 games, 5 goals and 6 assists. The Edmonton Oilers start their 6-game road trip tonight in the game in Los Angeles. It'll be the first time Ryan Smith has been back to the Los Angeles Kings and the Staples Center after asking for a trade back to the Edmonton Oilers in the off-season. The Edmonton Eskimos can clinch their division this week. If them and the Montreal Alouettes both get wins, this will secure the Eskimos' home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Now we're going to take it over to Europe, a little bit of Champions League soccer. Madrid, Man City, and Man United were all in play on Wednesday. Let's see how they did. Yaya Toure receives the Mario Ballinetti feed, does a little fancy footwork, and coolly nets. Wayne Rooney gets one of the luckiest goals of his career with this one. As he shoots, the ball hits another defender, completely fooling the goalie and going in the far side of the net. Ronaldo scores 2, his 100th and 101st goal in a Madrid jersey, as Real Madrid beat French side Lyon 2-0.
Steve, are you sure this isn't gonna hurt?
This guy's been around for years. He'll take good care of us.
Okay, here we go.
Let's do it. Ah yes, the old barbershop. Did you know the word barber comes from the Latin word barba, meaning beard? Now you know. The first barbers were actually priests and doctors. Superstitious men believed that bad spirits could be killed by simply cutting hair, thus making the barber one of the most important men in the community. Did you know the barber pole originated from bloodletting, which was one of the barber's main duties? 2 spiral ribbons represent long bandages twisted before bleeding, and binding after withdrawing blood, which was believed to prevent illnesses and diseases. Barbers can be traced all the way to the 35th century, There's even a quote referring to the barber in the Bible. Take thee a barber's razor. Bet you didn't know that. These days, barbershops see fewer customers due to the rise of popularity of growing out hair. Their main draw were the retired folk, many of which have passed away. Barbershops were once the main hangout for men. They would exchange stories and talk smack. Women didn't dare enter the barbershop. Now you know.
The Edmonton Valley Zoo offers a large number of animals and attractions during the summer months. When fall comes, many think the zoo only hosts visitors for inside animals. However, even when it gets cold out, a variety of species are still found in their outdoor habitats. The Valley Zoo offers an extraordinary experience for those coming to check out the wildlife during the fall months.
The Edmonton Valley Zoo is home to 2 Arctic wolves. Shyla and Keok are taken out every day on what the zoo calls a wolf walk.
During the wolf walk, the 2 Arctic wolves are taken on leashes to explore the zoo outside their habitat and give the zookeepers a chance to educate people on the canines. Of course, the wolves have some fun of their own. It gives zoo staff an opportunity to bond with the animals, who they say are more scared of us than we are of them. Zoogoers are encouraged to watch the wolves from a safe distance and ask the walkers any questions they might have about our bearded friends. Most who saw the wolf walk were impressed with seeing the wild animals up close and behave so well.
Yeah, it's pretty neat to be able to come here and see animals out. I mean, wolves are obviously associated so much with the dogs, so it was like, that was pretty cool. The snow leopard wasn't impressed though.
Shyla and Keok are 4-year-old sisters that were born in Quebec. They were in a litter too big for their mom to handle, so they were raised here in the Valley Zoo. The wolves seem to enjoy the walks as much as the zoo attendees, and just like us, they are satisfied going back into their habitat at the end of a long day.
Steve, I don't know. I gotta be at my segment in 5 minutes. I'm lost. Where do I go?
Justine, don't worry about it. We're already here.
NR92 invites you to a radio station for NAIT students.
New music and variety all catered to you. NR92.com.
Your music, your attitude.
NR92 is your music and your attitude. Everything from rock like the Beatles to pop like Britney Spears. Tune into NR92.com, the station for the students.
NR92.com streams 24/7, so when the party shuts down,
you don't have to.
Encore, do you want more?
NR92.com, your music, your attitude.
Looking for someone hot to talk to tonight?
Yes, please.
We want to hear from you.
Reach us on Facebook or Twitter today.
Get with us on NR92.com, the station for the students.
Hearing the same top 40 music is so boring.
Listen to something fresh. The new Music Nooner on NR92.
Playing the newest music on NR92.com, the station for the students.
I wish there was a station with more variety.
All you need to do is listen to NR92.
Wow, I love this station.
NR92.com, the station for the students.
Time goes by.
NR92 makes time go by faster. Streaming online 24/7.
NR92, the station for the students.
Hearing the same top 40 music is so boring.
Listen to something fresh. The new Music Nooner on NR92.
Playing the newest music on NR92.com, the station for the students.
Hi and welcome to Cooking with Ernest. I'm Justine Wojda, joined by Chef TJ Atkinson. So, what are we making today?
Today we're doing chocolate ganache. We're doing 2 different types. One is a cover or a coating, and the other is a filled ganache.
Okay, so we're going to start by adding this dark semi-sweet chocolate into the bowl.
Yep. And so we're going to melt it on a, what we have here is a double boiler. So we have some simmering water underneath, and that's going to produce some heat to start melting the chocolate.
And we just want this at a medium heat because we don't want to burn our chocolate, right?
Correct. So the milk solids in chocolate will burn if it's too hot. So just a nice simmering heat, you have plenty of control.
And in the second pot, we have a cream.
Right, and we brought this up to a boil, and we're going to add this into our melting chocolate here. And so ganache is usually, if it's for coating, it's going to be equal parts chocolate and heavy cream. If you're doing a filled ganache, it's going to be a little bit less cream, and you're also going to have the addition of butter in it as well.
Okay, so if I want to flavor this up, what can I add to make it different?
So at this stage, you would add maybe your favorite alcohol. You could always add some espresso or some different flavorings. If you were to choose an alcohol, what would you put in there?
Amaretto?
Amaretto would be great, yeah.
Awesome.
Baileys.
So now, I think this is mixed good enough.
Yeah, so we want to get all this white in here, mix it thoroughly in. And this, what we're going to do is for a coating chocolate.
Okay.
And what we're going to do today is coat our little piece of sponge cake here. We have an amaretto buttercream in here.
So just pour this over equally?
Yeah. Then you see how it oozes down the side. You're just going to kind of spread it out. And I have it on a tray here so that all the extra chocolate can
Perfect. This is easy to make at home. Anybody can make it. I know I can't wait till I get home to make it. Thank you very much. I'm Justine Wojda, and this has been Cooking with Ernest. I think that we should go around Nate and try and find the best mustache.
Let's do it, Justine.
Okay, let's go.
I think we found our winner here.
Right here.
You got a great mustache here.
Sweet. Do I get a car?
I guess we should have thought of a prize.
What's Movember even about?
I saw a website on it once.
Movember.com is an awesome tool to learn more about the furry fashions of this season. On the site, you can find just about everything you need to know about this tradition, with fun, short films portraying some of the most spirited Movemberists. You can even discover ways you can get involved by registering for Movember online. Fundraising is supported by the website by making prizes for each category. Those who raise just $50 are entered to win a 1-year lease on a Mercedes.
Movember was started in Australia to raise awareness about prostate cancer.
The site explains the rules of Movember and also the movement's visions and goals. Check out events taking place regarding the tradition, which include parties for people with facial hair.
How now, brown cow, unique New York. You know, Justine, I'm a really important person. I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells like rich mahogany. Justine, I love scotch.
Instead of trying to be Anchorman, why don't we just watch the movie?
Oh, Mr. Lamp, that is a real knee slapper. Oh, hello. I mustn't have heard you guys come in. My friend Mr. Lamp and I were just discussing one of our favorite movies of all time, Anchorman. Let us tell you about it.
There was a time when people believed everything they heard on TV. This was an age when only men were allowed to read the news. And one anchorman was more man than the rest.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Damn it! Who typed a question mark on the teleprompter?
This DreamWorks production is the story of San Diego anchorman Ron Burgundy. Burgundy is a man of many talents, and one of those talents is his way with the ladies.
What are your hopes? What are your dreams? What are your passions?
To be the first female anchor.
And I'd like to be King of Australia. Seriously, you sound like an insane person.
He is also a man who knows how to hand out a beating and when not to back down from a fight.
What are you doing on our station's turf, Burgundy?
Come get a taste.
This 2004 classic has an all-star cast led by funny man Will Ferrell, who plays Ron Burgundy. Anchorman is a wealth of wickedly stupid humor, the type of humor that will have you laughing for hours after watching this movie.
Take me right now.
60% of the time, this movie gets 5 out of 5 mustaches every time.
You want to cut more or no? All done.
All done.